Going over Friday's trades in the portfolio results, equity peaks in the stock index portfolio 19, stock index portfolio 36, and 25K, 50K portfolio. All good days, all strategy access 77, 2 or 3,000 from its equity peak. Micro stock index gold portfolio really close to its equity peak, and the others are moving towards equity peaks as well. Big trading day. There was in these stock indexes 17 out of 19 strategies were profitable on the stock indexes, and only 2 of those went short. One of those was actually profitable on the short side. The other was a losing strategy, which is now long. I'm going to show you the trades from yesterday. The SR counter trends went 11 for 11. Thursday was tricky. The S&P did well. The NASDAQ did not do as well. Yesterday on Friday, August 28th, the E-mini NASDAQ and E-mini S&P SR counter trends went 11 for 11. Here is the first one, SR counter trend 2. It's having a huge month. Buying this dip, just runaway market. S&P's at 3,500. Will be interesting to see how the month ends and where we go from here. Tick count trend was profitable the last 2 days, last 3 trades. And we have adaptive moving average plus 637.50 on the day, also long on the day. 60-minute breakout. It closed a long position during the night at a move above 3,500. Did not think that would happen. It did. This market just continues to rally and rally. And we've talked about the concept of regime changes at the end of the month. And so we're coming into the end of the month on Monday. Last trading day is on Monday. So I will expect maybe potentially a different type of trend starting on Monday. Maybe it will continue. Maybe it'll be a little choppier. We have strategies for both types of markets. Here is SR counter trend 2 V2 1M, 475, 5M plus 475, 15M plus 475. It's just that buy. Continue to buy the market until it stops working. Mindset's hard to do, hard to trade that way. It's unusual to keep doing the same simple thing and have it working over and over again. That's why it takes a trading system sometimes to do that, because we as humans overthink things. And here's SR counter trend 2 E-mini NASDAQ, Asia 4 ES long, plus 875 on the day. Most of the profits, or some of the profits, were achieved on Thursday, and then in Friday's session it hit its profit target. And we had tick pullback in Q. This was a losing trade on the day. Stopped out near the lows. The only loser in all strategy access 1 and 2. SR counter trend 2 V2 1M in Q plus 475 on the day. The 5-minute NQ plus 475, the 15-minute NQ plus 475. So the SR counter trend 2 V2Ms were 3 for 3 on the NASDAQ, 1M, 5M, 15M, also on the ES on those same intervals. The SR counter trend 2 V2 1M ES plus 475. The 5-minute ES was plus 475. The 5-minute NQ is plus 475. So all of these, in this workspace, these 2 workspaces, all strategy access 1 and 2, there were 16 strategies that traded. Very active day yesterday as the market went to new highs in the S&P, in the NASDAQ. NASDAQ up at 12,000, S&P up at 3,500. So 15 of 16 with tick pullback, the only loser. And then we had, let's go over the other stock index strategies while we're here. Actually, ES after hours was also profitable, plus 750. 60-minute breakout was the challenging strategy on the day. It ended the day long, but it got short, reversed along, stopped out, got short, reversed along. So three losing trades, and then finished with a long open position going into the weekend. Tick Fader had a profitable short trade yesterday, so it's hard to achieve those short trades. But 3 out of the last short trades were profitable in Tick Fader, so it has the ability to do that, which is important to be able to do that in this type of market and get that diversity. Let's go over the other markets. Not as many trades, not much going on. The euro is moving towards 120, but fairly narrow range yesterday afternoon after a very choppy Thursday session from Fed Chair Powell talking about inflation, plus 81.25. No other trades in all strategy access 3, all strategy access 4. Cobra Crude aggressive, minus 145. SR counter trend 3, natural gas, minus 400, open position. This one holds positions. And then Cobra Gold, minus 625 on the day. Very wild ranging market. All strategy access 5. There were no trades in this setup. And so gap continuation in 2019 was also flat yesterday after taking a good week of trades. You see Wednesday had this huge trade. Thursday, 3 losses in a row, but they were less than the winner on Wednesday. So those are the trades on Friday. Strong finish to the week. Like I said, a lot of the stock index portfolios are at equity peaks, and some of the other portfolios are near equity peaks. And we're looking at Monday being the last trading day of the month. And let's look at the daily chart. So here's the daily chart. The end of July was very choppy for us. We had a losing streak at the end of July, and then the strong trends, our strategies do well sometimes with certain types of choppy markets, and they do well with trends. They've done really well this month and have been a very strong month for the portfolios and these stock indexes. But we talk about end of month regime changes. So there's a massive chop and drawdown at the end of July, and we said we expect that to change on the month end because we've seen that before. And here we go, straight up trend. It breaks out of that chop. Now we're coming into the end of the month. Monday is the last day of August, and for whatever reason, markets, they decide to sometimes change on a month end, and we're okay with that. We have different sets of strategies that work in different types of markets, and it won't necessarily go back to the chop that we saw at the end of July, but it could. And so sometimes the chop works for us, sometimes it works against us depending on the way it chops. But it could continue to trend, or it could continue to trend. We could have a sell-off. And so we have strategies for bull markets, bear markets, and counter trend markets and choppy markets. And so we go through losing streaks in those type of markets depending on the details of the way those markets move. But we are focused on all of our strategies focus on patterns, the likelihoods of patterns, and we have a lot of strategies that have captured a lot of these patterns that we've seen over the last 10, 15 years. And so while prices are higher, we have to consider more volatility at these levels if the market sells off, or if it continues higher, because the ranges should be larger. But last day of trading for August on Monday. We are looking forward to the final portfolio results we will publish next week.